Hello, 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 ladies and gentlemen. It is FRC 2012 season, round 5 out of 16. And we're back at Barcelona. We're back to Catalunya for another fantastic race here in Spain. As the Grand Prix is back in the calendar, we are waiting for more action. And the first surprise of the weekend is that we're going to have a full wet qualifying. Yep, that's something interesting actually, so let's see what's going to happen, who's going to win, who's going to lose, and who's going to be the pole sitter. Your commentator is Rosbro, and let's see if anybody is going to join commentator booth soon. The rain probability is 84%, so we can expect anything. Absolutely anything. So we're going to take a look at the weather forecast for Q1 at least, and we can see a lot of rain in the first half of the session. Then it's going to be a bit less water on the track, but still it's still going to be raining very hard at the end of the session. Here is 3, 2, 1, and let's go. And actually we're using the 2016 version of the track with the chicane. And yep, I was actually expecting some intermediate tires, but looks like the rain has got even worse. So now it's time for the full wet tires. As you can see, the textures are being run again. If you take a look at the top of the screen, well, I still have no idea what to do with it. Probably there is a solution, but I still don't know. Yep, and it is raining here at Barcelona, so we start the first 18 minutes of the session. And why not to talk about anything related to FRC? Yep, we've got some news actually, as actually the test driver signups are open. You can become one of the test drivers if you are not one of the FRC drivers this season. You can do it by joining our Discord server. The link is in the description, and there is going to be a test driver signups channel. So the thing is that we've got already two teams announcing their test drivers, and one of them was Ferrari, as their first test driver is going to be the Vietnamese driver Alex Luan. And now we've got our second commentator. It is Pausa. Say hello.
Hello there. So I think it's been a while since I had last have a commentary here in the Formula Racing Championships back in preseason testing day one. So I think it should be quite a nice touch checking in for the Spanish Grand Prix.
And let's have an on board with Rosetta Martinez around this Spanish circuit.
Nice apex coming out of turn 5, and then into turn 6 he goes. Yeah, here's the apex, quite right. With the Lotus, with the Caterham as well. He ups into next corner. This one's quite, you need to take in a little bit of a curves here, as seen here in turn 8. And obviously in turn 9. Go almost flat out, but you need a little bit of brakes here. Then down into this little straights until you meet another braking point. It's quite hard braking points here. Tuck on the inside, hits the apex, rounds on the final corner. Do not touch the curves that much, because you need a little bit of room to go into next couple of corners here. And then just rounds another corner into this chicane. This is quite hard to get it right. As you see, there's a social curve inside the curves again. Then just rounds up the final corner. And I think he's probably going to get some decent lap times here. Probably the first guy to set the laps. So it is Martinez setting a 1:30.5 flat.
The next one's going to be the Williams driver Musa Karimov. And this is going to be faster than Caterham. Yes, he is. And by 7/10 of a second, here comes the teammate of Reza Martinez, and looks like it was not the best lap indeed for the Filipino driver, as even his teammate is ahead by 6/10 of a second. That's a lot. Benja rushed up into second, Nicholas Johansson fourth, Holler sixth, and on P1 we have Apolovich.
Apolovich, 1:29.3, just only 6/10 faster. Kilsling, 6th fastest. Jafari Blackwood, meanwhile, it's 29.5. Living Pasalix, 1:30.038. Smithler goes up into third, but look at that gaps there. Hidayat in second place, just only 3/10 in front of Apolovich. But then Tilsley comes back at him. And Drioli comes up in second place, 1/10 just behind. Backus up to fourth. I think there was a Mixer, 19 fastest. Horlacher, 16 fastest, and then Fernando Tossa, 19 fastest with HRT. Not the best performance for HRT, I would say.
Yep, I think they can be even faster, but now Jacob is still in the top 16, and probably he'll make it into Q2 for HRT.
So yeah, so 6 drivers will be eliminated from Q1. So basically 17th to 22nd, I believe. As Holaker, he seems to have a good shot to get into Q2.
And Mercedes are looking really good in these wet conditions, considering that they were struggling a lot in the tracks like China. So that can be some boost for them, as probably in the rainy conditions the driver skills mean a lot. So P9 and P12 are decent results in the first couple of minutes for them.
Yep. So I think this is probably Horlacher's first. I think probably if he would have qualified into Q2, that's probably his first time in Q2 as well with the HRT as well. I think.
I think there was one appearance for HRT recently in Q2.
Think it was Bahrain. I think is it Bahrain?
Yep, probably I'll just check it. No, they're actually on P19 and P20. So it's either
Oh,
Malaysia or China. Actually, not China.
China's Malaysia. Malaysia, I think in Malaysia they qualified 21st and 22nd. So
Yeah, probably I was just mistaken.
yeah, if he would have made this, that would be a huge morale boost to the team as well. That they worked so hard with this car.
Yep, as actually a team at the same level as HRT, like Caterham, uh, has already had a Q2 appearance at Bahrain, as it was Rosetta Martinez on P14.
Okay, so but for Horlacher, I think it's probably if he makes this, it's probably his first in the season. We see now Karamov just coming out of pit lane for his second run in the Q1. And yeah, the rain is soaking the track right now as we see Martinez, the first guy who sets the lap time. He's now currently in 20 seconds, basically out of contention Q2. But we'll see what happens in this his I think probably his second run. So
And yep, it is.
yep.
And I think that the bottom three drivers actually made some kind of a mistake, as if we take a look at the gaps to P1, the interval between P19 and P20 is just 0.3 of a second. While other drivers are being really close to each other, actually not counting P9 and P10, which are separated by 0.2 of a second. So let's hope these drivers can make a better lap time.
Yeah, I really hope so. So yeah, as we see a Jafari Blackwood for Mercedes coming out of the pit lane as there is Libanik Hanibusa also coming out of the pits as well for Force India. Currently lies in 18th, 129. But Paracellos, 15th fastest before Caterham. That's amazing. That's amazing. So if he would keep this performance and try to set an even better lap time, I think he'd probably have a good shot to get into Q2 as well.
Yep, and considering that HRT has more points than Caterham in the championship, actually, the Caterham guys are just out-qualifying the drivers from HRT.
Yeah, I think so. But meanwhile, at the front, I think there is Karamov just starting his second flying lap in the wet compound tires. See now into turn 1 to 2 in then turn 3. Nice smooth transition between each corners and now and then looking at the first sector 22.6 just 71 milliseconds off from Till Desley's fastest lap time, fastest sector 1 I meant. So in rounds the next couple of corners into turn 5 now. You're coming into the next couple of corners. I think he would probably just try to get close and try to get off from get out from the elimination zones. See now just blasting down towards the stretch. 2.67 0.267 seconds off from Till Desley in sector 2, 56.2. See what happens in the final sector here as just rounds the final corner here. Rounds a couple of final corners now. Goes into the chicane, turn 14 and 15. And then rounds off the sequence with the turn 16 at the Catalunya corner. Rounds the final corner. How is his lap times gonna be? I would say probably in the top 10 slots. Yes, it is. Still, he's improved into top 10. What about Martinez? 20th. Improves from last to 20th, but still not out of probably knocked out of Q1 maybe, but still have 7 minutes to go. Johansson comes under the line, 130.16. He's not gonna improve that lap time because Smithler rounds the final corner. I think he's probably gonna smash the time. 4 fastest, he improves only 156 milliseconds off. Oskan up to 11th place for Sauber. 5 tenths off from the best lap time. Tildesley, the pole position as the fastest man in Q1 right now, sets a 29.3. Kiesling jumps into the line, goes 9 fastest, improves his previous best lap time. Ababovic, 29.5, not improving as much. Jafari Blackwood as well. The bunning Hanebusa, not improving as well, stays in their position
on P18.
P18. Paracelos as well stays, I think, four. And oh, from Daniel Fraser, second fastest, improves there, go up there. Hidayat, is he going to improve? He's improved third, 1/10 off from Tildesley. There you see Armin in second place, 129.2. Mixer, and then Lithium Sonic improves to 13 fastest, 29.7. So I think the actually Plackers still on laps 56.1. Red Bull driver just comes round off the turn 12 and down to turn 13 and then through the sequence to 14, 15 and 16. Corner has to be careful with the sausage curves in the inner curves in the corners. To turn 16 he goes, and what time is he gonna set? Rounds the final corner, full throttle here, and I think he's probably to get 7 fastest, just 0.16 seconds away from the pole time. Fernando Toss, meanwhile, I think he's gonna try to get out of Q1 and 1.5 seconds off from the best lap times. Not really good. Still stays in 19th. As we see a Benji Rush turn also not still in the danger zone, if I'll be honest. 14 fastest, 129.75, 5 tenths off. But yeah, he's about 2 tenths off from the elimination spot. So yeah, it's still a danger for him.
And yeah, probably a streak of oh, was it a bug or something? Wait, with the engineer, I think not. Okay.
No, I don't think that's wrong. I don't think there's any problems with it. I think. Yeah, back into the garage.
So probably Benji Russian's streak of 2 times being in Q3 is now in danger.
Yep. Now he's on Karamov as well. I mean, he's still in. He's 11th, but yeah. But then Johansson and Oskan still doing solidly in the midfield. At the looks of it, Living Basali 13th fastest. Yeah, I think he still needs to find a 10 for 2 to maybe even have a chance to survive into Q2.
And we've got some drivers back on the track, and one of them is Jacob Horlker, who's now been dropped down to P17.
Dropped down to P17. I think that was because I think it. Yeah, I think it was Johansson and all the other guys that were on the back brim of the field. We see now Horlacher. He needs to get possibly another 10 for 2 to make it out of Q1. So you see now he's on his out lap, so a little bit slow. I mean, he's on his out lap, but he's trying to get the tires temperatures go up to make it pretty much good enough for the qualifying lap. And we see now just 3 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock for Q1 as we start to see. Here we goes. Horlacher start his final flying lap to get out of Q1 for him and for the team as well.
Looks like we've got somebody leaving the pit lane, and it's Max Mittler.
Max Mittler just coming out of the pit lanes as well, and yeah, no contact with anything. I mean, Smithler just coming out of the pit lane, but the Horlacher is on his flying lap. D coming out on to turn 3. 3 turn forward now.
And yep, looks like he was 1/10 of a second slower than his personal best.
Yeah, and seems as though 2/10 off from his best lap time, and there you could see the personal best lap time. So he's about a 10th off from his personal best lap time. Up to turns 7 and 8. A little bit of blind one. Now into turn 9. Hit the apex right. Comes off the corner. And now, what is his lap time going to be? 8/10 slower than Jake Tail Desley's best lap time in sector 2.
It looks like there is going to be no Q2 appearance for HRT today.
Oh yeah, because he's slow. He's now pretty much slower than his you could see the time, right?
2 minutes remaining.
That's about like 8/10 of a second slower, so that I don't think he's probably gonna make it, to be honest. But it rounds off the final corner. I think that he's gonna give a little bit of tow for Max Smithler as well. And what time is it get set? Yep, nothing changes for Horlacher. So I think he's probably out to Q1.
And yep, the same way as his teammate.
Probably, but yeah, Fernando Toss is not coming off the pit lane. He's in the pit garage. Meanwhile, still in the danger zone, Oscar. Simon Oscar now just rounds the final couple of corners. He's about maybe a little bit, I think about 10th slower. That is personal best lap time, but here goes now. Rounds the final corner. What time is he gonna set? And it looks as though it's gonna be the same lap time, 1:29.7.
1,000th of a second.
Oh yeah. 1,000th of a second on his best lap time. yeah, that's a big yikes, I would say. And Kiesling, no improvement, no improvement. Rushton up into 9th place, 0.25, and then Tildesley improves even better on his lap time, but only just 0.02 of a second. Ababovic,
Sorry. Phone
nil.
is lagging. My phone is
And hello, Benji.
lagging.
And actually, if you want to like be interviewed, you can join the voice chat after the race.
After the race, please. Yeah.
No, sorry. Sorry, my phone is lagging. I cannot hear you, and I'm watching F2. So please, I'm going to go on mute.
Bruh. But anyways,
Yeah,
we've
that's
got another
a little
member in the chat.
farce, I could say.
Yeah, this is a bit embarrassing, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, and we have. Yep. We
You
now have
think?
a.
Yeah, it's very
Also,
embarrassing.
also that I haven't seen you about like 2
Okay,
weeks.
you heard.
Yeah. Benji, please mute your mic. We're still covering the. Yeah. Thank you. And looks like Martinez is not going to make it out of Q1 as well.
Sergio Hanebus is now P15.
P15. He's still in a danger spot though. Lifting
So it's
Pasalic as well.
definitely a contender for the.
Here we go. Back is coming through the final corner and
Oh
the
my
straight.
goodness. The stream for me is so laggy. Oh my.
Mixer just rounds the final corner. I think he would make it. No, 21st fastest. So that's.
And also,
second.
Pals, you spelled that wrong. You spelled that wrong. That's not called Mixer. It's called Mika. The X is silent. Anyways,
Okay.
let me have a go.
I mean, apologies for my accent as well. So.
Yeah. Anyways, here comes Adam Hidias coming around the final corner now. In the Lotus, whilst the other tires has pulled into the pits. Can Adam Hidias stick a little lap time in? No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't. So.
And that's it for Q1.
That's it for Q1, but is there going to be more laps making? No, Smithler into the pit lane. What about the others? I think.
And yep, everybody's just going to pit.
Oh, I think that's a collision in the pit lane.
Oh.
Maybe.
Okay, let's take a look at replay. There were any.
No, okay, I'm just a little bit. Oh, yeah, that one. Vaselos. He just tried to come into the pit lane, but then, oh, he almost collects the Toro Rosso.
Can we take a look from different cam? No, we can't. So this is our Q1 over, and out of Q1 we have the Caterham of Paracels on P17. Sadly, there is going to be no Caterham in Q2, like it was in the previous race. On P18 we have an HRT of Jacob Horlker, and on P19 we have Fernando Tost from HRT as well. On P20 it is Rosetta Martinez, and P21 is Mihai, and P22 it's Fritz Holler. That's it for Q1, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes to start Q2. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, to start Q2.
Yep, I'm still here, and Carl's is still here.
Yep, we're also here, and in Q2, I think it looks to see that the pace of each car are now being tested at this point. So Q, so we'll see if there's gonna be anyone to get into Q3. And you see in the garage, I think that's the Williams, and are going to prepare to get Benji Rushton out to the track. And you can see the Ferrari and the Red Bull going off the track now. This is Max Smithler and Adia Baggers as well, coming off the pit lane. They are using intermediate tires now. I think the rains might have slightly lightened a bit.
Or even just stopped.
Actually not really, it's still raining. But for me it's raining even harder than it was before.
Yeah,
My God.
So probably the
honestly,
teams realized that Inters are the best option.
I think this probably might be either light rain with a soaking wet track, or heavy rain but with just starting to build up.
Yeah.
So it goes now Smithler, which is off into turn 7 and turn 8 to the Catalunya circuit. Rounds into the turn 9. Backs it off. Push it out. Now into the heartbreaking zone. So this is just only his outlap, so we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, people have different outlaps compared to in-laps. Max Mittler tries to find a way, still trying to keep everything clean and make sure it doesn't mess up on the outlap, because that's the worst feeling in the world. And he does it right now into the corner I like to call New Holland. Coming into the final corner of New Holland.
And I think that now we'll be
That's Max
comparing the
Mittler, there he is.
to 129.1 by Jake Hilsley in Q1, as I think Inters are going to be much faster than the full wet tires.
Yeah, because the last session in the Q1 it's just soaking wet, and now with the intermediate tires, I think it could be just about like 6/10 faster, or about maybe even a second if I'll be honest. Since the weather is a little bit more lenient if I'll be honest. We see now Max Smithler just rounds into turn 5. And turn 6 up to 7 and 8. He's still he's doing good so far, keeping the car on track and trying to make some good fast lap times. Now into turn 9, hit the apex right, just lightly tap the curbs there. Down to this stretch.
55.05. Marcus is faster than Max Mittler by a couple of tenths.
Oh, there's a little bit of battle here. Armand trying to go optimistic, but that's going to ruin his lap time there as well with Benji Rushton. 55.8 for Armin. I think there was 58.1 for Benji as well, I think. But there he goes now. I will see a Max Smithler just rounds it off the final corner now, as we see 121 as of now into the final corner 16, into the front stretch. And how's his lap time is going to be? It's going to be 128.9. That sets a benchmark for the Q2, as a Diabag has absolutely mastered it with 28.7. Armin goes second place. Rushton 1.3 seconds slower because of a battle with Armin. Adam Hidayat's 4 fastest 129.1. About the same lap time as Till Leslie sets. And then Till Leslie sets 28.9. Kamarov 29.3. It's quite a 6/10 off from the previous lap times. Libanek Hanebusa 29.4. Wow, there's only 8 fastest for him. Santino Andrioli rounds the final corner, and what time is he gonna set? I think probably 29
Oh,
or 28.6 into the fastest man.
and that's half of the second fast already.
Oscar going fourth. The Mr. Saturday is going really strong, and Johansson's in P8. Really good pace for the Salvers, but not so good for the Mercedes. No, seriously, the Mercedes are the worst manufacturing team in this know of.
Here
Yep.
goes Apple.
They were looking quite good in Q1, but now something happened to them, so... Even Kirsten is on P14.
Goes Smith.
Don't get your hopes up, pal. They usually just go into the pit.
Yeah, I know that it's. I mean, it's they're in lab, so yeah. But Smith only 6 fastest. I think he needs to find a bit more if he wants to make it into Q3. He wants to be safe in the Q3. I mean, he's obviously will be safe, but you never know what's gonna happen in Formula One. So there could be some just random drivers in the, the bottom half of the top 10. Could be just climbing up into the Q3 itself. So they might have to get the lap times right.
Or I say,
Whoa, Armin! Whoa.
Oh,
GP4 physics.
that's a
GP4
pro gamer move.
What on earth is he trying to do? He's just trying to get through. I think it was a Baggett, I think. Till Leslie
Yep.
comes into his pit garage now. Oh, there's another one of Fraser.
Sorry, Fowler. I was saying that I was actually meant to say that the
Just look at the
that
Mercedes
that
engineers.
that last race was that last race Daniel Fraser didn't even make it into Q3, so you could see a top class car not even make it into Q3.
Oscar, oh, that was really close there. And I think it's probably going to go through the Force Indias. Yep, GB406 the Pluto? GB406 just intensifies at this point, yeah. Just rolls off the tongues. But yeah, the surprise one, Santino Andrioli, 28.6. Fastest so far in any session today, in this week.
And yeah, but we could see Armin just ruining Russian's lap time. Russian is on P16 and Armin is on P3.
And also Rushton, you're in P16. Poor guy.
And there goes a Ripple, comes off the pit lane, a Force India as well, on the second run.
God.
Because Adam Hidayat, probably seeing his teammates' lap time, will be like, what? Can you go that fast like that? I'm probably gonna do it as well. So yeah, he's in the elimination zone as well, into the top 10. I think this is probably 6 drivers eliminating as well, right?
Yep. Yep,
so yeah, so that means 6. So that means he's still in the cutoff spot. So he better get some good lap times, or else he would be down in the order and not even making out of Q2 as well for him.
Otherwise, be in the mud. I'm trying to do a dramatic Rahul Patel accent. Anyways, the Lotus is on its lap.
Just looking at the backlog lap times, the only man that does very terrible lap times is only Benji Rushton, but that's because he was busy battling with Armin. But, I mean, he's probably gonna be like partially blamed for that bad lap time. So
It's I bet Armin and Russian just declared the Anglo-Montenegrin War.
Yep, and now there is a Red Bull behind the Williams driver.
Oh no.
this could be a hell for him.
Yeah, this is not good. This is not good.
So there he goes. Adam Hidyat's just starting his second flying lap in Q2. Rounds into the first quarter. Tucks on the inside. Nothing too surprising. He bangs the apex quite nicely into turn 3. Long right-hander. And what is his first sector time gonna be? It's 22.5. So even faster than Andriola's best lap time there.
Wait, is everybody improving?
This bugger's going through that time.
Backus
Yep.
and 22.5 as well. 0.12 seconds faster. But then
Yeah.
look at that. And a
Yeah.
booster.
I think the track is drying up actually.
A little
Except
bit
for-
drying up, but there you can see Benji Rushton just only 200ths off from Andriola's best lap time. I think this could be shaping up quite big here, as we see now. Adam Hidyat just rounds the turn 9. I think he's got a breaking point here. 55.8, only 0.104 seconds off. So I think he could be improving, maybe up into top 5. And Bacchus, 55.8, not doing okay for him, but the batting habit and a booster.
Oh, just look at the gap.
56.1. Yeah, that's a loss.
Yeah. That's a rapid loss.
Oh, he just bang on his second sector then. His personal best sector 2. And there he goes. Adam Hidyat's round the final quarter. What time is he going to set? I think probably 28th region. Third fastest. 150. What? No. Yep. 0.151 seconds off.
Here comes the Indonesian. I'd see a Bacchus coming around the corner now, crosses the line and doesn't improve.
No improvement for the Red Bull driver. And Hayabusa, 13 fastest, not out of Q2 yet. Rushton, meanwhile, 14 fastest, 29.4, improves, but not out of Q2. Max Smithler goes second fastest in front of Attila Bacchus. Oscar, meanwhile, 29.2, not improving, stays in 6th place.
Here goes Mercedes, a perfectly clear thing, trying to find a way to get any pace out of Mercedes. The German is still struggling for the Mercedes team. He's been there for day 1. Crosses the line now, only for P40. Here comes. He goes to Popovich, crosses the line. Nothing. Back to you, pal.
Oh,
8 fast. Oh, there's a big train of cars there. Johansson leads a few rounds, and Armin, Blackwood, Fraser, and Johansson not even improving their lap times at all. Karamov also not improved his lap time. What about Lithuanian Pasalic? Just rounds the final quarter here. As we see, 25, 26 now. As he crosses the
P10.
line. P10, good enough for P10. Is that going to be enough though? But here goes Andrioli. Is he going to even set a better lap time than 128.6? We'll see now. Crosses the line.
oh.
No. Stays the fastest man, but 1/10 off of his best lap time.
I think the drivers only have one more chance to have a go at Q2 again, but let's see how the engineers can react to this without any clusters happening in the pit lane.
And yeah, looks like on the hot laps, the top team's drivers were losing about 0.2 of a second into middle sector. So probably after the drivers completed their first sector, it started raining even harder on sector 2 and sector 3, or either Sector 1 was dry enough to actually improve, but but it was not as dry as Sector 2 and Sector 3.
And here comes TB4C, not TB4C, but TB4 physics happening again, because in FRC we don't care about if it looks good. We're here for the racing. That's our motto.
I don't think Miley doesn't gonna go with that.
Yeah, true.
And there he goes with Fraser into the body of the Mercedes and the McLaren Mercedes again. And oh man, well, there's some realism there. Jafari Black Witches are trying to avoid the Ferrari
Same for
coming
commenting.
into the pit lane. Same for Karimov as well, because the other guys is Andrioli. He's probably pretty much safe from getting out of Q2.
And I guess that now Q2 is actually over, as nobody's going to
Maybe if they wanted to try to go for a quick
It's
outlaps.
I think it's past. I think a bet is if they don't come out wait. Adam
There it
Hidiak
is. Yeah, he is going for another lap.
I
Only
think
1 minute
go up-
40 seconds to go.
I think Hidiak might just make it.
Might just make
another
it.
car,
Everybody
it's
needs to be
Smittler.
quick. Smithler comes out of the pit lane as well.
It looks like these two are the only drivers who will set another hot lap, at least Hidayat will. Not sure about Smittler though, as the gap is
Yeah.
about as there are about 1 minute and
Only-
20 seconds left.
He has to go for like wow, I don't know, probably like 10 seconds to go for it.
Yep.
But I think Hidayat probably gonna make it through and set the final lap time of the Q2.
I think what we should do is try to go for an onboard for Adam Hidiak's lap time. He's actually hopefully he goes for pole because he'll up for like original pole just to solidify that he's better than like Q2 pole, as I like to call it, just to get a lap time in or something.
But he
I think
always will.
Liffy Basalik, another Q3 appearance. I can't. This is actually pretty good because considering he was the test driver last season. Well, my goodness, Liffy Basalik has some really good pace.
And it looks like the eliminated drivers are not going to put another hot lap, so these drivers are Nicholas Johansson, Musa Karimov, Erika Hanebusa, Bertek Yestin, Benji Rushton and Jafari Blackwood.
Two Mercedes are out of the qualifying session. It's very difficult to say this in modern day F1 community. Adam Hidiak. That is the line, and he sets another lap. Let's see if Max Miller can set another lap time.
No, he can't, I think.
3.
Oh, yeah, he can.
Just about to make it there for Max Smithler.
Yeah.
Looks like Littman just says no. Or
Yeah, he's probably gonna come back into the pits, but oh my goodness, man! If he would have just crashed Max Smithler, that is just.
I bet every single washout will be. I think Max Miller will be shouting in Welsh, even though we don't understand the language. He will just shout in that language.
But actually doesn't matter as he's already in Q3, but yep, it's just some kind of additional testings. Oh,
Oh, sorry, Hidayat. He improves his lap time even more now.
but he's actually slower than his personal best.
Ooh, yeah, but still, he's better on Andrioli in that first sector. So we'll see what happens there. Just rounds at turn 7 and 8, now into turn 9. What time is he gonna get? So we goes now into the little straight before turn 10.
No.
No, 55.9. I think that's probably it for Hidayat, but is he even gonna try to go for it in the final sector? I mean,
But
it could be
Smithler is actually
possible.
faster.
But Smithler he's trying to go for the fastest man in Q2 and overtakes the other guys now. And there we go. So I think the others were not gonna get any lap times in because obviously. And there we goes now. Hidayat's just about to go into turn 16, and what time is he gonna get? No, stays in 4th place. What about Smithler though? Just rounds the final corner. What time is he gonna get? This is gonna be so
Yes,
tight.
he can.
He just about to pinch it. 1st place, 28.586. Fastest man in Q2, but sadly we will lose the 11th and 16th driver, which that is I think is Karamov,
Johansson.
Johansson as well,
Hanebusa.
There's too much.
Hanabus, Kiesling, Rushta, and I think Blackwood. Yep.
Yeah.
Was 6 of them, another 6 out of Q2.
Pasalic, Fraser, Abovovic, Tildesley, Oscar making it into Q2, Q3 again. That should be a common thing for the Swedes. Armin, Hidiat, Bagris, and Rowley, and then we have the Welshman on Max Mutter on first, but you don't get pole position in Q2. We're going to see you next time for, not next time, I will see you in a bit for Q3. So, bye for now.
Bye. 1. And now as the weather got even worse, we are starting Q3.
Q3 now, as we see, Bacchus ready to get out on for Q3. There he goes, his teammates, JT Leslie, coming out to the pit lane.
Now just look how bad the vision from
Yeah, the vision
cockpit
is the visibility is really low at this point. I mean, in the game you will see that yeah, it's not that bad, but then in real when you in the for the real life race, it's just you couldn't see that much. If I'll be honest, right?
And looks like the drivers are back to full wets.
Yeah, they're back for full wet, so I think the times probably is similar to Q1. I think. So we're not going to see any super fast lap times, but yeah, both the Red Bulls coming out to the pit lane. Jake Tildesley, he will be debuting in the IWTR Endurance Special event this upcoming Sunday. So we'll see how will he performs in this Red Bull at this track.
I think my Discord's bug. I need to leave and join back in. I'll be back in a couple of seconds.
Casey.
Alright. So it looks like Blake is having a little bit issues with his microphone and the program Discord itself that we're using to recording now as Tildesley just rounds off into the turn 9. It is his teammate Adir Backers as well. Also in the IWTR series, they will both have a race with each other that season as well. But actually, I think Adir Backers not. Yeah, Adir Backers also will be a part in the IWTR Endurance Special event as well. So both of these guys, they will probably know each other well, and within the Red Bulls camp here as well.
And yep, that was, I don't know, something like advertisement there. But anyways, I think if you want to join IWTR, I'll send you the link in the chat.
There it goes now. Jay Tildesley just rounds off the final quarter to start his flying laps. So 15 minutes of the session, same as the Q2. Here he goes to turn 1, going slightly in corners, a little bit slow, but that's because of the weather that we're going through right now. Turn 3, the long right-hander. Need to get it right into the exit here. It's now into turn 4. 4, nice and clean into that corner. 24.2. What about his teammates' time though? 24.213. So I think Bacchus had an upper hand. 24.2 for Adam Hidiat. 24.28 for Abobovic. And I think it's also 24.2 as well for Armin.
I think it was 24.3 if I'm not mistaken.
I think so, yeah. Tildesley now into turn 9. Yeah, you can see that the lap time is a lot slower now. We're into the 55 regions already, just up the exit for turn 9. So it's going to be 1 minute 9 for sector 2 for Tildesley. What about Bacchus? I think probably about the same lap time. But now we're just focusing on Tildesley as of now. Runs into turn 1 minute 787 for Bacchus to Tildesley now rounds into turn 13. Goes into turn 13 now. 14 and 15 coming up next. The chicane. It's a curve slight. You can just hit the curve at this point because the track is so good. You need all the the rooms to make for the counting for the extra lap times there. Still Desley rounds off the far out corner. What time is he gonna set the benchmark for all the other drivers? 37.284. And it goes Backus improves it 37.080. Adam Hidiat second fastest. Ababovic 37.333. Armin 37.407. It's fifth fastest for him. Oskan 37.9. Andrioli third fastest. 37.143. And here we go.
Coming out around the final quarter through New Holland now. Here comes Daniel Fraser going down the main straight. Could Ferrari could take an actual decent result, and it's P4 down for Daniel Fraser. Jeffrey Pasalic, the former senior test driver, can he crosses the line? Only P9.
9. That's the slowest lap time so far. Here goes Max Miffler. Rounds the far out corner. I think he would probably ask the same, probably in the sandwich. Maybe. And here he goes. And it's 137.405. 2 thousandths of a second off from Armin.
Yeah. Yeah, that is not good for the McLaren driver who obviously took his first to ever win of his career in the Australian Grand Prix, because Baggers obviously has the fastest second sector time, but they're obviously going to go into the pits.
This in lap, yeah. That's not gonna count. Or unless if he's gonna go for it, but I don't think that the GP4 physics not gonna allow that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just only have one lap per
Run.
yeah, one lap per round, so
I mean, that's how they work in real life, so
yeah.
Yep.
yeah.
If we wanted to make drivers run like 2 or 3 laps in a row, we could use the free practice mode instead of the qualifying.
But
Yep. And also, as we were talking about Lithuanian Pasalic being a part of Force India test being Force India test driver in 2011. Actually, some test drivers for this season were revealed. As one of them is Alex Luan, who is going to join the Ferrari Drivers Academy, and the Japanese driver Hakushi Akaza is going to join McLaren.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nice parking.
Okay. Nice parking there for the McLaren driver, and Andrioli just managed to just squeeze through.
Wait, did you just actually make a six?
No, I don't think he just no, yeah, he just barely gets to with it. Because Abobovic into
Doesn't matter.
doesn't matter. It's like yeah, I mean, I would say that Blake is quite a criticizer when it comes to yeah.
You don't need to label me like that.
I have to because you're pointing us a lot of times.
I've legit changed in the past couple of months. I mean weeks. What?
And as we can see, some drivers are back on track. Some of them is going to be their last run in the qualifying, as we could see in Q2, but now the lap times are even slower.
Yeah, I think the ring is quite developing as well as Hidayat just coming out of the pit lane. 7 minutes on the clock. I mean, the ring is developing and it's raining harder as well. So I don't know if Hidayat and the rest of the guys could try to get the decent results and the decent lap times to get over Diabaka's lap time.
And yep, also comparing the provisional pole time and the lap time of Fritz Holler, who finished qualifying on P22. Fritz is actually faster by 7 seconds. So that's how nasty the weather right now is.
So, is there a chance that the Tifosi could actually achieve something this season, because they've not doing well.
I'm doing as well, so I think there could be a couple of good results for them. So I mean, for Pasalic, I think that probably 10 is enough and good enough for the team. But I mean, they're just hungry for more. They're just hungry for more, I think. But you see the lap times difference. Pasalic is the slowest of anyone here. 1 second off. But like the rest of the the rest of the top 10 is just within a second between each other. Adam Hidayat comes around the final corner to start probably his last lap for the session. There he goes, blasting down towards the front stretch. Here we go, starting his second and probably final flying lap. As you can see, the weather is not really being kind to everyone here. Now into turn 1, into the apex, gets it right into turn 2, it's alright as well. Now into the long right hander in turn 3, as we see now, 18, 19, 20th. Rush time, mute my flick.
Rush time, we are
So in the qualifying session, please mute my please.
Yes.
Sorry. Bye.
24-2 for Adam Hidayat there, and also with Ahmed 22.225. So they're not
good.
They're not far off from the best lap times that Diabaka sets.
And
What
yep,
about
also Vucic has an improvement on his personal best by 1/10 of a second.
Yeah. And then Jake Desli, whatever, his lap time 24.3. Ooh, that's a bit slow.
Yeah, that's
What about Daniel Fraser though in sector 1?
he's trying to find a way to get a good. Trying to get
1.2. He could be in the shot here. Here we go. Hidayat to 1 minute 873. Only about 86 milliseconds off. 801. 114 milliseconds off for Armin. Oh, I think. What do you think, Prostuk?
And probably he's a contender for the pole position like he was in Bahrain. So we can say that he is such a good qualifier this season, considering that he's signed with McLaren, as Jake Tilsley cannot improve there on middle sector, still pretty close to his personal best.
I think Hidayat just come around the final corner and not improving. He's still gonna stay in second place. Armin now rounds the final corner. What time is he gonna get? I think he's gonna go second fastest, just over Adam Hidayat. Only 21 milliseconds off.
That's an absolute super lap by the Montenegrin. I've never thought that, but here comes Jake Tilsley crossing the line now as he
doesn't improve, stays 6th fastest. Daniel Fraser just rounds off the turn 15. Could he even deny the baggers lap time? As the looks of it from the last couple of sectors, he's gaining. He's actually gaining though on his personal best lap time. So what is he gonna try to do? Just about to go only
Oh,
good enough for P5.
that was
Rip.
really close. Like 5 drivers in 1/10 of a second.
That is close top 5, but yeah, just all 100 of a second. But what about Living Pasalic though? Just runs the final corner. What is it? Lap time's gonna get?
Still
No,
P10.
he improved. He improved his personal best, but not enough. He still stays 10th.
Do
Clement
anything.
Oscar,
Nope.
no, not improved. Apobovic proves goes to 6th fastest, pushes Jake Tildesli into 7th place now. What about Max Smithler? Could he even deny Bagger's lap time now? As we see, Bagger's still in a provisional pole position. And there he goes. He improves his lap time. What time is he gonna get? I think he's gonna get
P3.
No! P3! 31 milliseconds off! Ooh.
And now there are
That
just less than 3 minutes to go, and not everybody will go for the last hot lap.
unless if you're Adam Hitterhat or because he's already reached the pit lane. I mean, he could set up and go for another lap if he wanted to. We still got 3 minutes left as we're seeing. I think this could be it. This could be it could be a fight for the pole position here at the Circuit Barcelona Catalunya. And there he goes. Hidayat just come into the pit lane. The crews better hurry up because there's only 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. It seems to just be relaxed. Yeah, 2 minutes 20 seconds. Yeah, that's fine. We're gonna try to slowly carry you into the pit garage.
Yep, so basically now they have only about 20 seconds to prepare the car and leave the garage as fast as possible. I'm not sure that they're even
I'm
going
not
to
sure.
do that.
Yeah, but we'll have to wait and see because the best lap time is 37. So I think yeah, 20. I think
No.
15 or 20 seconds of setup, but then you could see Andreoli just coming into the pit lane. I think.
Oh, and actually everybody...
Wait, is Andreoli setting a lap time? Or
No,
is he
he's
coming
going
to the pits?
into the pits, but everybody is just improving on Sector 2. And
Goes Oscar
3,
into the pit lane.
2, 1, and we can already say that Aditya Bagus is the pole sitter for the 2012 Spanish Grand Prix, so congratulations.
Yeah.
Yep, I think so. And wait. Oh, okay. Andreoli is coming into the pit lane, so. Yep, I think that's probably it for the qualifying sessions here. Second Barcelona Catalunya here in Spain for the Spanish Grand Prix. And it seems as though Atia Bagas will take pole position in the Saturday's race. So, yes.
Yeah, pretty much indeed. And let's do the rest of the standings. We have Armin, Smitler. We have Spitler, Hediat, Andraoli, Fraser, Avovic in P6. Jake Tiddlesley, not really good for. A P8, Oscar in P9, and Pasalic in P10. There, done. Get
I
notified every
think
5
we're down
seconds.
to 40 seconds left.
Yep.
I don't think so. I don't think we have enough time.
Don't have enough time for that, but then two Leslie just still coming out of pit lane, and with the other guys as well.
Yep, they're just
Qualif-
testing their cards for a possible rainy race tomorrow.
Well, one last run, but I mean, you couldn't adjust that much because of the Part Fermi rules as well. As we see, yeah, everyone's just coming out of the pit lane, and with no times left, so why are you still going out?
Now we have just 3 cars on the track,
Yeah, 3 cars coming out. So.
and nobody else is going to uh, go and try.
I mean, they're gonna try to go for a hot lap. And that's it. Q3 is over.
Looks like Benji's not going to join in, so.
I mean, we can pin him
but I think I'm gonna run out of time. I feel like we need to do. I think we need to do something. So this has actually been an interesting qualifying session for the Spanish Grand Prix, and hopefully the racing is actually good because, you know, we saw the Spanish Grand Prix in real life, and they're mostly been what's that one word again? Boring. Yeah.
Well, but actually, some nice comebacks can happen there, like it was in 2010 with Apovic being eliminated from Q1, starting from P17 alongside the Red Bull on P18. That was something. But anyways, but anyways, he won the race, and that was a phenomenal drive by the Russian. So probably even somebody. I don't think I can say somebody from P17 to P22 can win the race, but
I think somebody from like P8 or P7 could win the race if they have a really good comeback. So like Tillersley or Abovovich. So I mean, it could be it could be on the cards, but let's see. Let's find out tomorrow. So anyway, guys. So I've been the owner of the FRC, Piat. I'm going to say this. Let's go. If you want to join this league, the link is in the description below. And if you want to have an interview after this race, just join the race VC. So anyway, I've been Piat 2.5.
Mirus Pro.
Also,
And we'll see you tomorrow for the Spanish Grand Prix at Barcelona de Catalunya. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.